Welcome back to Pitchside. I'm going to hand over to my colleague Theo Baker to introduce the show.
Hello, guys. This is the new instalment of the adult and grown-up version of Pitchside. We have had recent viewers messaging, actually emailing. It's modern now, and they've been complaining. They've been complaining about the lack of seriousness on this show. So today we are coming at you live and direct from the Pitchside studio.
Quick one before we get back into it. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Dabble, the social sportsbook shaking things up here in the UK. If you download Dabble and use the promo code Pitchside, you can bet £10 and get £10 in free bets. It's as simple as that. Put a tenner on any sport you like, football, racing, whatever you're into, and Dabble will give you another tenner in free bets to play with. And it's all happening here inside a proper social app. You can see what other people are backing, follow creators, copy bets like myself with just one tap, and jump into banter rooms to argue about referees and VR decisions in real time. It feels like watching the game with your mates rather than staring at a betting slip on your own. So if you fancy a bet this weekend, make it a smarter one. Download Dabble, enter the promo code Pitchside, bet £10 and get £10 in free bets. Get involved. 18 plus only, new customers only, T's and C's apply. Please gamble responsibly at begambleaware.org.
Over to you, weatherman.
Sunny outside, isn't it?
He actually is. He's nice today.
Yeah,
He's really nice. You know what's not nice? Watching Arsenal play football.
I would disagree. I thought the Wigan game was actually quite exciting to watch, Thomas. Did you watch it?
I did watch it. It was pretty. I was a bit bored.
It was quite exciting, wasn't it?
No, yeah, I mean, it was
and also after your recent comments, you know, only a few weeks ago, talking about the lack of goals and outputs from Noni Madueke.
Oh well,
he seems to have.
I put him in my fantasy team, mate.
He seems to have
for the double game. Week.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, the
already.
I know.
Did you captain him?
No, I captained Gabriel.
It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good to have Madueke. Would you like to retract said statements from the previous statement?
About what?
Madueke being shit.
What's the spoon got to do with it?
I don't know.
Well, I've recently escaped prison, and this is how I got out of prison.
Yeah, I love how this half of the table is just like embracing football, and then
Hey, Gavin! I don't think a header against Brentford and then a goal against Wigan means he's suddenly great.
Good header and a good finish.
It was a really good header. I'm happy because he got me points.
That is very true.
By the way, you should have lost
works
that game.
over FA Cup.
No, it's a double. Arsenal got a double game.
No, we're playing Wolves again this week.
In
other Arsenal news, I know it was Wigan, so take this with a grain of salt.
We're not actually going to go over this.
Eze actually was
this is annoying me as
playing
well.
through
It's the most overrated performance I've ever seen it. He played two decent passes, which he should.
If Messi had done that, mate, you'd be fucking wanking.
No one wouldn't. No one wouldn't.
It cost 250 million. Mate.
Exactly. I'm sorry, right? I love Eze. I think he's a great footballer.
He's the best midfielder in the world.
But, unfortunately, I think he's been found out at the top level. I think we can agree that.
Hat-trick against Spurs.
Since he's come in. Yeah, exactly.
With how
not
harsh,
the top level.
With how harsh people have been against Wirtz, Eze is getting away with it a little bit.
It's half the price of Wirtz.
No, he's double price.
Triple apparently.
I think, he played two good passes.
Great passes.
The commentators were fucking going mad.
They were pretty phenomenal passes,
You
Thomas.
played Wigan.
Allow it, fam. Let us do it.
Yeah. I mean,
can I see it? Sorry, Reeve.
They
no,
were
don't worry. I
good
didn't actually
passes.
want to speak today.
Okay, fair enough. Same as always.
Easy ride, boys. Easy ride. No, carry on, mate.
I was going to say, I know it was Wigan. Now, hear me out. I know it was Wigan. Just do that, right?
Ticker was pretty good.
Who?
The goalie.
Oh, right, yeah. He actually was, in the second half especially, he was very good.
That's what I was mentioning.
I know it was Wigan, but I hope we take that style of play with us going forward. Because
teams don't play like that against us, though. It doesn't always...
Reeve, I tell you why. We were playing direct passes, cutting
because
lines.
Wigan leave space like that for us. We are a much better team than them.
It's a very different level.
And I admit, right, they probably should have maybe scored one. It was a great save by Kepa. But realistically, it could have been like fucking 9-1.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't say we've got to play like that against every other Premier League team because they're clearly not Premier League level.
You play a team that is so far below your level, Theo, and say we need to do that against everyone.
What I mean by that is the number 10 of Arsenal, say whether it's Eze, Ødegaard, whoever it is, right?
No, it was Saka.
Oh, well, when he came on, yeah. But what I'm saying is whoever is in that role, you can clearly show that you can play those cutting passes.
Yes,
so do it more often.
I agree. It's a good blueprint.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree. It's a good blueprint.
What you're trying to say, but it's like saying
Water is wet.
Djokovic should play those shots against a man with no legs.
And it's
Like, he's
also-
not going to do that against Nadal, is he? Because he can't.
And it's also a situation where, say you get caught. Say you
Kind
get
of got there, but the other way around.
That is a pass. That is a pass.
fuck is
Most
he
of the
just
time wouldn't even be available, or it would get
Correct.
cut out in the
Yeah,
Premier
and
League.
this is the thing in the Premier League. If that gets cut out, you're in big
wasting
danger of
possession.
actually. You're in
Yeah.
big
In
danger of
transition.
conceding. In transition, Wigan aren't going to be like
So
a
are
Premier
you
League
saying that
team, so
Arsenal
you
should be
can't.
playing-
It's crazy we have to explain
I
this.
don't know why.
but,
Like,
that's what I'm s- but you talk about. The reason why I mentioned this, Tom, is because you constantly moan about how boring Arsenal are, how we're not trying this stuff
Wigan,
within the
what's
league.
going on?
Well,
So
yeah,
are you saying Arsenal should stick to what they're doing because they're top of the league and top of every competition,
yeah.
or should they change the way?
I 100% think Arsenal should stick to what they're doing because it's working for them. As a neutral, I don't find you fun to watch most of the time. However, the Brentford game I really enjoyed.
It's really enjoyable, wasn't it?
But that's because Brentford took
That's
it
'cause
to
they
you.
were good, yeah.
So it's also like the whole Man City thing from before. Everyone called them boring because teams would just sit in against them. I understand it's not Arsenal's fault half the time, but it is your fault a lot of the time when you play for set pieces. Like that Brentford game, I think you should have lost. I think you were lucky to win that game, personally. You didn't really trouble them.
Yeah, I
other
mean,
than the
Ray
Martinelli
made
chance
a
at
good-
the end.
Ray made a good save against
The
Tottenham.
block,
Brentford literally had a
block
chance just
from
before
was it
that.
Mascara?
Yeah.
Oh my God, on Thiago when he
you
went
seen
through.
his-
That was
Hey,
unbelievable.
just to mention Mascara, have you seen his win rate percentage?
He's been good. He's
For-
all right.
When
I
he
like
starts. I don't think he's not lost the game yet when he started.
He's
He's running,
good.
what was he,
I
10
like
million
him.
quid?
Yeah.
I like him.
I think it's 5 million quid.
What?
Might
2
be
million-
free.
£2 million.
I think you're not. I think it was around that.
It was about 10
he's
million, wasn't
he's a really good backup. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I
he
like
was
him a
very
lot. But Gabriel and Raya against Brentford, I thought were excellent.
Well, second yellow for Gabriel?
I should have gone.
Do you think?
Should have got sent
I
off.
can't believe.
Should've got sent off.
Do you really
That
think
is
that?
ridiculous.
Do you think- wait,
He should be gone there.
Because that wasn't even like his net. He'd had a foul before that as well. Like
Yeah.
that was he.
Oh, you mean a
can't
cumulative?
believe-
He's very, very lucky.
He was
understand that.
very lucky.
The one that was in discussion, he does actually. It's a clean tackle.
When he kicks across him?
Yeah, he gets the ball
Which
No, he doesn't.
on the second one.
no,
he doesn't.
No,
which one
he
you're
doesn't.
on
He cleans him out. The one
He
just
doesn't,
outside
he
the
doesn't get the ball
box.
at all.
No,
you're
in the
on about.
corner, the one that people were discussing. Where
Yeah, when he
he's in
brings
the,
his leg across, he doesn't get
He
the ball.
smashes his knees. It's a
Yeah.
foul.
Oh,
They
I'm
gave the foul.
almost
Yeah.
certain. All right, fine.
No, he should have been off.
He should.
Is this a Mandela effect? I'm pretty sure he got
I
the
triple
ball.
captain him.
I
so
know
I'm
that
happy
everyone's
he didn't,
saying he
but
should have
I think
gone, but...
I think he should have gone.
Oh, right.
I think he was lucky not to go. And I thought, yeah, Brentford are fucking class at home.
I mean, either way, Arsenal were 3 points clear at the title before the Brentford game, and now 4 points clear. So we extended our lead, which is fantastic.
And another game on Wednesday against Wolves.
And also,
So it'd be 7.
do you know what? Brentford are just good. Like, they just are.
They are
Good
Yeah.
team,
you-
well
they are
team.
good.
They have a,
Also, you know the header they scored from the throw? Like, top bins. Kind of like, that was kind of cool header.
Mate, that
Whack.
Coyote fucking long throw is actually a
Scary,
joke.
isn't it? It's absolutely
He's actually
scary.
a good player, though. Not
No,
just
I know,
a
I know
young
he is, but it's a weapon to have.
Up
isn't
next for Arsenal is Wolves.
it? Yep.
Wow,
game, that.
massive
tricky game. Well, let's see if you pull out those Wigan tactics against them.
Similar level.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go
Should be
then.
able to.
In other news, Newcastle United. Who would have thought from Arsenal? We follow on with Newcastle United. Not only did they beat Tottenham Hotspur, which resulted in Thomas Frank getting fired. Gone. Do you think he still needs more time, Lewis?
Who, Frank?
Impossible.
Yeah, I was triple. What's the title? What, not quadrupling? Then what's the one for
Quintuple.
5? I was quintupling down on.
Apologise.
Yeah, I'm sorry, like I was wrong. He's fucking shit.
He did earn himself like
Do you
10
know,
million quid.
by the
though.
way, do you know how bad you have to be to lose at home to Newcastle at this current stage?
They're worse at
like,
home.
like that's what I mean. Like, it was a team that's terrible away against a team that's awful at home. But like,
Yeah.
It was like
Stoppable force me to move
Spurs
along.
didn't have one in the Premier League this year.
That's shit.
They are so bad. And I know this. I don't even think this is outrageous to say. Spurs might go down.
Yeah,
they're
they're in-
100%.
Yeah, they're in the-
And who the fuck is their new interim manager?
Igor Tudor.
Who's that?
yeah.
Don't know. Apparently, he's
The Tudors?
is it Marseille or something. I don't know.
No, De Zerbi was at Marseille.
Henry VIII.
No, he's also managed Marseille. I think.
Oh, he has managed
Have
Marseille.
you seen his record though? I think he's been sacked from pretty much
Would someone like De Zerbi?
90% of the places.
Would someone like
he's
De Zerbi
managed
as an
that.
interim not be better choice? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Because he's left
Yeah,
the side.
I think they've got an
The
interim
thing
manager.
is,
They're holding out
does-
for Poch in the summer.
Yeah,
after
but
the World Cup,
the
aren't
thing
they?
is, does De Zerbi want to come in as an interim? Probably not.
No.
That's
If you say it, look, do a good job and you can stay. Maybe
they're
not.
they're
maybe
holding
not.
out for
Well,
Poch.
there's
aren't they?
a lot
the
of
difference
contracts
is like
around that,
De
though.
Zerbi won't probably take a 6-month contract.
Yeah.
This guy probably will.
I imagine there's a reason they've had to go for this
Mate,
geezer.
he was a Croatian Footballer of the Year in 2001. Let's not forget about
Yeah,
that.
he's
obviously.
qualified. He's qualified.
But I will say they had 100% holding out for Poch.
Do you know what position he played? I'll give you £50 if you can. Don't look there. Look at me. Look at me. Look into my eyes.
Croatian Player of the Year, which means he must either have been
If
a
you-
forward or
if you- If you
midfielder,
can guess the exact position, I'll give you £50 right now.
central midfield.
No,
He's a
he's a right
goalkeeper.
back.
Right back. Fair play. How do
He
you know
looks
that?
extremely like a defender, by the way.
I don't know what he looks
To be
like.
fair, right backs make great
That
managers.
is right, isn't it? I might be wrong there.
He's a centre back.
Yeah, I'd have gone with that.
He played right back.
One thing I want to ask you about that is that kind of naive from Tottenham to bring in somebody who's got no experience in the Premier League.
I mean,
not
experience
really
didn't do
done
good
anything
now.
major. Then gone.
I
Yeah, keep
don't
us
think
up.
they had a choice. He had to go, didn't he? And I
mean-
think
No,
this
but
is.
who they brought in.
But who they're going to bring in?
They just had Frank, who has loads of Premier League experience. I mean, like, Premier League
Exactly.
experience is nice, but, like, beggars can't be choosers, and they are genuine beggars
Are
at
we
the
not
moment.
forgetting their manager before that had 0 Premier League experience as well? It's not like a...
He won him a trophy, mate.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's not outrageous for Spurs to be doing stuff like this.
I do think
It's copying their
Premier League
format.
experience with managers can be quite overrated.
I think it's
There's
really...
a lot of managers who come in with
I'm
no
not even
experience and
joking.
like win the
Do
league.
you know what they actually needed? They genuinely
Honestly,
need
what?
someone with experience of
Conte?
keeping a side up.
Yeah, no,
I'm not even joking.
He's
Yeah,
had
but Frank has done that at
experience.
Brentford.
No, but like a proven relegation.
Sean Dyche.
Like
Which is what Frank has done that at
You're
Brentford.
saying they should have got Dyson?
they should have got Dyson. They should.
To be fair, he was off the back of his best season ever.
What?
So
Wasn't the start with Dyche, like, that was his most...
He got Burnley
biggest-
into Europe.
That was his, like, best win percentage with the team ever. Or something like that.
Who?
For Dyche. Or most points per
No,
game
which
that he's
team
had
you
his
talking
career.
about?
Where's he just got... Yeah,
Forest.
Forest, yeah.
Is
Kind
it?
of- yeah, it was a mental start.
Yeah, but
he
he
has the
hasn't-
best win percentage of any manager since Cooper at Forest.
Yeah, but he's only been there 20 games or something.
33%.
Still fact.
Holy...
Look.
What?
Look how good he is.
So no.
Okay, not
Nuno
Nuno.
had a better one. I mean, he's third.
Spurs are.
And...
Spurs next up have Arsenal, so it's probably not going to end well for them.
Oh.
Romero as well.
To be fair, though, I always think derbies are a bit more throw on the air games. New manager bounce.
What happened last time, mate?
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying, in derbies, it is like a team can be terrible form, but a derby
but
can
Spurs
spit
are like
out a
bad-
surprise.
Yeah, there's a difference. So Spurs aren't just out of form; they're terrible. Like
Obviously, we did briefly touch on Newcastle there. Not only did he beat Aston Villa,
Yeah, can I say something
and he
on
beat
that?
Spurs. Yeah, go on in.
That was genuinely
What a game.
the single
Worst
worst,
referee.
most disgraceful, disgusting performance from a
Oh,
referee
grow
I have
up,
ever
mate.
seen. That one, do you know what? I actually
Mate,
say
the Digne one was bad.
The first three,
Yeah.
Why is his linesman
No,
not
I'll say the
helping him out
first
there
three
as well? Like,
decisions,
there's
whatever, right? No, say the
two pairs
offside,
of eyes on the same
hard to
decision.
catch. The Digne tackle, okay, you might have thingy. The one where he's like,
handball's
that
terrible.
handball
Yeah, the
one
handball's
is inexcusable because that's not even like, that
He's
just
ne-
means you aren't looking.
Mate, he never once was outside the box.
No,
by
the
way.
worst
Not
bit
even
is-
to speak to the
As
ref.
he's appealing, he's in the box.
Yeah.
Now, do you know the worst bit is? Because the ref, because he's given
so
a free
true.
kick, the ref, because he has to give a free kick, actually has to get his little squirty cream, go over and mark where he thinks he was.
Now, if
and
I
he
was
goes like 2 yards out the box and marks. I'm like, what
my
are you
issue
doing?
with that
outrageous.
is the linesman.
Has the linesman not said anything?
Like
Who's...
Do you reckon the linesman is so... I genuinely think the linesman might see that and be like, damn, the ref is so adamant. Have I made a mistake here?
I just think linesmen
No,
are
you
useless.
have to
They-
call
But if
your
you're
ref
Trippier-
out.
There's no point having linesmen because
Yeah.
they do fuck all.
Did
They
you
never
not-
give anything. Even when they're a yard away, they wait for the ref. The refs now are so used to VAR just bailing them out or basically reffing the game. They're now scared to give decisions. It's a mess. I don't know why in the fucking FA Cup there's no VAR.
Yeah.
Not every
Yeah.
ground can have it.
But that ground does.
Yeah, that is-
It's a Premier League affair. Like, both clubs have it. To me,
By the way, you don't even need VAR
my
for that. You just need to
mind.
look at the replay on the screen.
yeah, play it
just-
back up,
yeah,
guys.
play it back
He's
on
in the
screen.
box.
The thing is, though,
Or just open your eyes.
the backlash on this could have been so much worse because
If that was a deciding penalty for
yeah, the
something.
penalty
Yeah.
we scored straight after, and the red card that should have been, they got red card straight after, so they've actually been bailed out quite nicely. Do
you know
if
what-
they end up beating us 2-3-0 there,
which
it would have
backs
been.
my point up and it all equals itself out.
No, but
So
I will
fuck
say, you know,
VAR.
like Trippier, like he genuinely looked like baffled by
Yeah,
that.
it's
when
like,
he-
you- what are
If-
you- are you
I would
fit?
love to see ref cam in that game. Well,
Oh, they won't release that, will
Because
they?
if I was a player,
Nah.
no, if you were a
Yeah.
player,
Well, you know
you'd
what
be
ref cam
losing.
looks like, mate. He's
I'd be
facing
losing
the
my
other way.
mind.
Yeah.
I'd actually be losing my mind. Like,
I want the ref cam in the dressing room when they look at the replay and they're like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot, man." Because like, Jenny, stop showing us all
But
the
they
bits
don't
where
wear it for the rest of their day.
Ref cams to be heading whenever they're having a good
There
crack
is
with
a-
the players.
24 hours.
Whenever
There
they're
is
having a
a
good
ref
crack with the
cam.
players, they're like
Yeah.
releasing the ref cam. Let's see the ref cam to that. I want to see what is
Can
actually
I
the
play
decision.
devil's
there.
advocate? I haven't. I've
an
only.
early one.
I haven't seen the. I haven't seen it from his angle. Was he
mate,
blocked?
oh no, I'm telling you now, he's not blocked.
You should
Okay,
be able
fair
to
enough.
see
I
it.
don't
There's
know,
like a
it's
player
just a
sort of
question.
in his way, but mate, he's
not.
not once
But
left the
my,
box.
but my
The
beef with
liner!
that. My beef with that is the
It's the
liner.
linesman.
Yeah.
It's the 100% the linesman.
Do you know
man.
what?
Just
Even
say
the
it's in box.
linesman has missed it. Like for the following
What's
4
he
or
looking
5
at? He's
seconds,
missed
the
it.
following 4 or 5 seconds afterwards, he's in the box. He's still there.
Yeah.
So does he think he's jumped 4 foot backwards whilst blocking it?
Yeah, it was a stinker.
I just
on a
want
deep-
to mention quickly something that you said there, Tom, and ask us all. After that game, one by one, are you still pro or against VAR?
I've always been pro VAR.
Yeah.
That one, well, we won, so but like during that game, I was like, I'm never going to complain about VAR again.
You will.
I would. I know I will. But do you know what? If we went out there, that would have been fucking brutal for us. So
Yeah, I mean, really, I'm not against VAR. I'm against.
We're going around one by one and reading the same thing again.
No, because he didn't say anything.
I was gonna say something. He just jumped.
He was processing
I'm
his
pro
thoughts.
VAR to the competitions that are big enough to hold it, because in the games like in the Championship and lower
the FA
leagues.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense because the FA Cup is the biggest domestic
That's a
competition.
very Tory view.
Yeah,
Why?
so the lower league shouldn't
our
be
games
allowed
aren't big
VAR.
enough?
They're not big enough.
No, but that's
So
half the
FA Cup-
enjoy. You enjoy that. You enjoy the sport because you know whatever happens on the pitch is how you
I
react.
know.
to it.
Me personally, I prefer football without VAR. However, now it's been introduced. VAR,
Every ground should have
VAR itself
VAR.
isn't an issue. It's how it's being used is my big
Yeah, I
Yeah,
issue.
it's always
agree
been
with
the
that.
case. Though. It's always been human error.
I actually think with this game, it's easy to say, "Oh, we can't go without VAR." And I think Shearer said this. Actually, I just prefer refs not to do their job. Like that's not a VAR problem. A lot of that is a referee problem. Like
lack
they
of-
are
yeah.
so really, really, really poor decisions.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
when a player went in for a 50-50 tackle and you're thinking maybe red, and he takes his shin pad off and he's got stud marks on his shin, which
Yeah.
he did, maybe think, oh, that's a red.
but do you not think? I feel like this season, maybe I'm being clouded with my memory. I haven't seen a referee performance that bad. Like
No, you are.
without VAR,
Tweet out recently
I feel
saying
like
they're pretty good at their jobs.
Yeah, when they have VAR, I feel like they have a comfort blanket. So I think with VAR, he probably would have given that.
Yeah, 'cause they can
and
be
then
more
thinking,
assertive.
oh well,
Yeah.
then
They were way
if
more
I am
on
out, if
Yeah.
he is out the box, they'll just overturn it.
I was
just
going
went so
to
cautious.
ask, do you think referees have become worse
No.
because of VAR? Or do you think they don't
Oh,
know
no,
how to
I-
make... Do you think they just would have went, yep, that's offside?
I think it's made
think
them
that-
worse in games when they don't have it.
They're
Yeah.
probably
That's what I
more,
mean,
they
yeah,
may,
yeah, yeah.
They may be more hesitant to make the bigger calls
Yeah.
straight
I
away.
think naturally, if you went a whole time, like if you haven't swam for a year and then you throw me back in a pool, I'm going to drown.
No,
yeah,
not exactly.
It is a little bit. I'm not going to be as fast.
Yeah, but you still know how to swim.
Yeah, no, but I'm not as fast of a swimmer.
No, I'll be all right.
I can't swim very well.
Either way, Lou, you got the result. You're
Could
through
say.
to the next round of the FA Cup.
By the way, at the moment, Alanga, Ramsey, both improving over the last few games. Voltemada dropping into this sort of 10 role, which I kind of like, even though he still won't get in the fucking box when he should.
you won a
Yeah.
game without Bruno G.
Won a game without Bruno G. Tonali actually stepping up to the plate, which he
Mate,
hasn't done
that-
because he needs to step up to the plate without Bruno on that
Those
team.
Tonali goals are so good. I can't wait to see them in
We've
an
been-
Arsenal shirt next year.
Voltemada
Lou-
in the 10.
Well, this is Bruno's out for 7 weeks.
8,
Yeah, 8 sevens.
6, 7.
We really need Tonali to step up, and he's done that there.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I know he's finally fucking striking it.
Yeah.
which is what we
I
should
wouldn't
do.
get too excited because they had 10 men, but
No, I agree, but I'd say we were before. Even in the first half, I thought we were getting the better side of it.
I thought
in
that,
my
I
opinion.
thought it was still, it was pretty even until the
And then-
stupid red card.
And then again in Tottenham, we made it hard for ourselves in certain patches. But I think you're seeing improvement out of the team a little bit because Elanga and Ramsey and even Willock are like actually pulling their weight now,
More
which
direct,
is
yeah.
finally good to see.
Obviously, the magic of the cup is still well and truly alive, guys. Shout out to League One Mansfield.
I love Mans.
What, can I ask you a question, right?
Go on.
And I'm going to fucking get angry in a minute.
Oh.
No, I'm not really. Why the fuck wasn't that game on telly? Why was Liverpool Brighton on telly?
Yeah.
Why the
They've
fuck?
done it.
Can we stop? Like, I'm going to contradict myself here. But Villa Newcastle, right? I think that is a proper, like, cup tie. Villa Park, I'm like, yeah, telly. Liverpool Brighton.
I agree completely.
Really? Like, can we stop just putting Brighton on telly?
They had it. They had it last round as well.
I just
They had it
don't
last
like
round.
Burton, West Ham, yeah, brilliant. Wolves, Grimsby, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Newcastle, I think Newcastle, Villa, 100%. That
You can
just
tell that's
feels
going
like
to
a
be,
cup
and it's
tie,
also
yeah.
two teams there who are like thinking realistically,
Gonna
like,
go
this is,
for it,
we
yeah.
should try and win this
Brighton were
competition.
never going there to win.
Yeah.
Brighton were
It
never.
wasn't
Yeah,
even
they're
on
not
TNT,
realistically
was
going to
it?
win the,
Which?
the cup.
It was 3 o'clock on Saturday. Burnley, Mansfield. Why the
that's
fuck would you not
why.
put that on telly? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
None at all. And I'm a sensible man.
Otherwise, what's the
even,
point of
even
having
I'm
the FA
sorry.
Cup ties?
I understand it for Wigan's point of view. Arsenal, Wigan. Like, I get that
So we
more
can
than
get-
Liverpool-Brighton, but that's such a nothing game in the sense of...
Even us, because you're not
Arsenal
even
have played
realistically, you're not
Wigan
going to
in
get
the
an
Premier
upset there.
Arsenal are going to batter it, like, it's so obvious.
Yeah, and it's like that game's going to be over in like 15, 20 minutes, whatever, and then you're like,
Pretty much
no,
was,
it's-
yeah.
yeah. It's like, well, I'm not going to watch this. It's
I just think, I know it wasn't a great cup round in terms of draws. I think, put Mansfield on, they better be on the next one.
I think they will
This
be
is a
after
call out to the FA. Put Mansfield on telly next round.
Well, it depends who they get.
Doesn't matter who they get, put
Yeah,
them
but
on
that's
telly.
what- they're more likely to be on TV if they get one of the big dogs. Remember that.
Yeah,
I know,
if
but you
they-
can always see
even
when
if they get
when there's-
Wolves, even if they get Wolves,
Yeah.
put them on telly.
that, even
See who
more
they're not
reason because
getting,
you
though.
have a chance of an actual upset there against Wolves.
See who
Yeah.
they're not getting. You lot, you're out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we played this.
It's annoying. I want one of us to like draw West Brom.
We couldn't. He
Played
did.
Norwich now,
We
isn't
were
he?
terrible, but he did the right thing. We couldn't give it. We've got so many injuries. He had to play like the second team.
Have they done the draw?
No, it's tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there another game tonight?
Yeah, Macclesfield, Brentford.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
They're better tonight.
Speaking of Liverpool,
Actually, sometimes it's before. I don't know.
speaking of Liverpool, Brighton, Tom, Liverpool won 3-0. Comfortable.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah,
innit?
it's
I'll be honest. I fell
no
asleep,
surprise.
Yeah.
and I've seen the goals. That's it. Salah's penalty was good.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Is that what you were going to
No, I was gonna ask about Van Dijk said he wants Salah to stay. Is he back, or do you just have to still move on from the whole predicament?
I think. Look, realistically, it was only last season he broke all the records and
Yep.
was.
I will say though, Tom.
He doesn't look the same. I will-
Father time catches up with you.
Yeah, of course. I don't think he looks the same, but he's still obviously fucking useful, isn't he? Like,
Absolutely.
But is he useful enough that he can he can get a big move to somewhere like Saudi or somewhere like that,
Is
get
that
a
a
lot
big
of money.
move?
Yeah, but for Liverpool, they could get a lot of money for
He
a
could absolutely get a lot of
33-year-old
money
player.
at
Do you know
this
what I mean?
point. Yeah.
I
It's whether they value keeping Salah on for another year or selling him off for like.
Or is it just time to
78
regenerate the side?
think they should get
Maybe.
rid of him.
You may as well.
personally.
Should
Frees
they
up so
be-
many wages.
Should they be more worried about losing Slobozai, who's apparently wants to move to Real Madrid according to his national
He's
head
such a Real
coach?
Really?
player, isn't he?
Yeah, so his national head coach said in the mirror, according
He
to
has
what
got
he did in
ease
the
I can
mirror,
see
to be
him.
fair.
his
He's
dreams
samurai
to
trim
play
and
for
everything.
Real Madrid.
He's a
Is
Real
that a
Madrid.
worry?
He's like a Real Madrid type player as well. You know, he's just,
Yeah, I know.
He does look like one,
yeah.
yeah.
I think he might look at the situation at Liverpool now and think, do you know what? Time for a little move in this
Also,
little dull
if Real
period.
Madrid come knocking.
You say yes, don't you?
Have you seen this about like all the big teams wanting
do.
Gordon and like for like 80 to 100 mil?
I'm not
Like
saying
that's
that.
strong. No, literally, no, like literally.
Newcastle Reddit. Yeah.
No, like no, all the major.
Your WhatsApp group.
Honestly, all the major people saying it, like especially Liverpool. Then you have your Arsenal's, Man United, massively in for him.
Anyone who pays 100
Arsenal
million
in
for
from-
Gordon needs psychiatric help.
You know, he's good, man. He's good.
He's
I
all
know
right.
he is.
I wouldn't mind him at Arsenal actually. I would. On the
yeah,
left,
talk
but
What,
not,
for 100 mil?
not for 100 mil. 40,
Fucking
50. Will,
Yeah,
you lot scrape through against Grimsby.
yeah.
Great pitch.
Scrape through.
You were shit as well.
I know. I mean, they made us look half decent at
You
times.
said, remember, you said you didn't want a smaller club in the FA Cup because you could actually go out and be more embarrassed, and you almost did do that.
Yeah, I mean,
No, that was me who said that.
Was it?
yeah, it was.
Oh, fair enough.
It was painful to watch, wasn't it?
It was a
but
bad
it's a
watch,
proper
that
FA
was.
Cup tie.
It was. I love the pitch, man. The pitch was so
In the
bad.
goal.
Did you see
It
when?
was so bad.
Did you see when Mane tried to pass it?
Yeah.
To down the wing, and the ball just stopped, so he ended up just being
The
dribbling
goal
with it. It
man was
mental.
fucking hilarious, but I rate it so
There's a
high.
mud bath in the goal, man.
We
It's
scored with our only shot on target. Which is
And
a
it
bit
just come off his
depressing.
knee as well, didn't it? Like,
It's a great finish.
He had a good game actually, Breno.
yeah, Breno was good, to be fair. Yeah, that was. There's not much to talk about that game. It was fucking stinky
It was
winky,
terrible,
but you're
yeah.
through. Maybe a
Yeah.
little cup run because you're down, and you might as well have a go.
Imagine
Try to
finishing
Wembley.
on 9 points and then getting the FA Cup final.
You're not gonna do
Unbelievable.
that.
I mean, we're not.
Okay,
but
right.
let me dream.
Let's calm down a
If
bit.
Wolves won the FA Cup,
That's
where
why
would
I
that
said
rank?
imagine.
If Wolves won the FA Cup, where would that rank amongst like football? and
Leicester Premier League kind of job, I think.
Is it more than Leicester?
No
If
way.
Wolves-
About to break-
What are we-
It's not more. It's not more. But it's like one step below Leicester because think about
Yeah,
it.
if
Right?
we were doing a
Say
tier
what
list,
people are
it'd be a
talking about.
tier
They're going to
below.
break Derby's record.
If Wolves win the FA Cup, you'll find me.
Allegedly. Anyways,
I can't believe you just said that would be bigger than Leicester.
Well,
in the
so
league.
Leicester had some good players. They had Robert
Oh,
Who.
shut up, you
They had
dickhead.
Robert Who.
They nearly go down the season
And
before.
where's Morgan? Yeah, but they went on like an 8-game win streak the season before. There was
Mate,
things.
Blues won the League Cup when they went down.
Yeah.
one player that
Question, guys.
has one player that has
Premier
left
League
Wolves and seems to have started his career at Crystal Palace, Strand Larson.
Yeah.
Good goals,
Hey,
actually.
he's
looking
said it,
alright,
man.
isn't he?
We fucking-
He's good. Yeah.
He's
Was
good.
he holding back.
No, but if he gets
He's obviously down tools,
if he gets supply like he should, obviously he didn't quite get it in the Wolves team. He gets it in the Palace team. He's efficient.
That second header was class.
Yeah, really good.
But that game was mental. Fucking 4 minutes. They scored 3 goals.
I
By the way,
turned it off when it was not turned it off. I stopped looking at my phone when it was 2-0.
Is that to do with you having Munoz?
It's like, oh yeah, clean
Or
sheet.
was this to do with you being at a Mika concert instead of watching Arsenal?
That was a Thursday night, and sorry, I got given a
Yeah,
Christmas
that
present.
was so good.
We'll save that for backside,
not
won't we?
watching Arsenal at
Save
Mika.
it for backside. What the football chat?
You can't say no to a family member giving you a
Theo,
present.
you're in the
can
stands
you?
tonight. Lollipop, lollipop.
That's not how it goes.
Oh yeah, sorry. Nah, honestly,
Relax,
Mate,
What-
Palace,
take it easy.
Palace is
Because there is nothing.
Oh, here we go.
what a sort of like capitulation you got to do for
Couldn't believe
Burnley.
it. Mate, I couldn't believe it. It was 2-0.
Palace-
Oh,
they're such
Munoz
a
clean
weird
sheet.
team. Like, they looked electric, and then 40 minutes later, they're just like 3 goals.
I mean, realistically,
What happened?
would Palace fans not just be against getting rid of him now?
Glasner.
Yeah.
It feels like
since that's all happened, they won winning 14, is it, or something?
Well, and he
like
set
that,
his
yeah.
eyes on leaving as well. It's like
Really, and
Yeah,
he
it doesn't
come out
look
after the
interesting.
game and he was
What
like
are we
slagging all the players off, saying they're acting like they're playing in the park with their kids, all this. Like,
Yeah, not ideal.
and what Palace were always good at, or always have been good at, is solid, hard to beat, hard to score against. And Burnley are putting 3 against you
Yeah.
in your own backyard
Yeah.
in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is
Do
that
you
just a bit of
think-
complacency, thinking that Burnley...
that is just literally them. Like it's. I wonder what they must be thinking on the pitch there. It must be so disorganised and they're just so flustered. And then
And then they had a whole half to get it back and did
Yeah.
fuck all.
yeah.
Do you think the job to a new manager now is less appealing than it was 6 months ago?
Yeah, possibly,
Yeah,
but
that's
he's got Thomas Frank written all over it, Crystal Palace. All that.
Do you
that'll
reckon even there a
be
bit
a
like
perfect
oh.
fit. Nah, be a perfect fit.
Why? What?
His style of football, the size of the club, that is
I
Thomas
think
Frank all
the
over.
only thing is, it's because
End
of
of
how
season,
it's
though.
not only how Frank
Or
did at
now.
Tottenham, it's how Brentford have done since he left. It like it
Nah,
could
you
see
can
a
say
bit
that
of
about,
doubt.
you can say that about Nuno when he went to Spurs and didn't do
Yeah.
well. Some managers just aren't suited to those bigger clubs. They just can't- Roy Hodgson, Liverpool. There's loads of examples. Thomas Frank at Palace would be splendid.
Creme de la creme, some would say.
Potter.
Nah, not that style of football, is he?
Yeah, I don't think.
Also, Palace
I don't
have.
see
I know,
Potter
that,
back.
I know they're lacking a bit of depth, but their first 11 is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
on
it's
pace.
good.
They've
Yeah,
got
good.
good
Palace
players.
will be fine.
They just need depth.
And if
don't
Stan
they?
Larsen's scoring goals for them, he's looking like a proper striker again, which is
Yeah,
good.
brace
I think that'd be
Davies
really
a
good.
good
I think it would be
start.
really
I,
good.
I,
Having him?
I do think Brighton are in trouble, though, looking at that.
Nah, Brighton be alright.
What's
Really?
happened
They're
there?
actually- they-
Brighton was
they-
such
they're
a.
crap.
They are shit.
The Seagulls, man, the mighty Seagulls. They're fucking 7 points clear of West Ham.
What's happened?
West Ham are
with
actually
them? They
winning.
were such like a consistently like pulling off big results, top half of the table team.
I feel like teams like that do just get found out because they don't. You know, how, like Pep always like changes his style. He's constantly changing and evolving, and
Yeah.
these teams kind of just plod along, and then
Waiting to see what Pep does.
they get found out. Then it's all fuck. Now we need to change. It
I also
kind of goes
think
into
That's
panic.
how-
Perhaps the
quality.
stocks are a lot higher than in reality he is
Yeah.
as a manager.
It's
Yeah.
just a lack of quality.
Do
in
you
the team
remember I
as well.
said this to you at the start of the season? And
What, when Theo put him sixth, you mean?
no, because obviously you've got a lot of fat friends who are Brighton fans. You were like, nah, they love him, and I was like, really? Because I just feel like they're a bit of a nothing. Like,
Yeah.
they kind of just plod along. Don't
They're just
they?
grateful to be in the Premier League.
How disrespectful.
Not disrespectful.
Not
at
now.
all.
They're an established Premier League team now.
No,
They,
but like,
they
they're not
would have
the-
came into the season thinking we want to break into actually like progressing now, and
Especially
Yeah,
like
they ended up
Bournemouth,
finishing
Bournemouth
this,
and
yeah.
Everton and Brentford up there.
they want to be across like European
Bournemouth are up
football.
in ninth. Bloody hell, they've turned their little poor run.
Yeah,
to
and
4-1,
since
haven't
I
they?
slagged off Iriola, he's actually started winning. So
Did Brighton
you're
have
welcome.
a big summer ahead of them? Do you think they could be sucked into it next year?
They're on fraud watching the transfer
I
market.
just think
I think they're just a well-run club.
New manager? New manager
Maybe.
I
expected?
wouldn't be against that personally. I just think I feel like
Hurts to Palace.
it's gone stagnant. And
They've always been
Oh,
a
yeah,
club
that's
where you
hurts
to the
can't.
Palace, yeah.
They've
trust
always
me.
been a club where you can't necessarily predict what Brighton will turn up.
No.
But now it's just a case of
they're just crap.
they're actually not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of teams I want to mention in this Premier League review here, guys. First of all is Manchester United. Second of all is Chelsea. Where would you like to start?
Let's
United.
start.
Fergie time?
Sorry,
Another
mate.
Fergie time goal for Manchester United.
Wait, sorry, remind me.
90 plus 6.
Sesko.
Sesko. What,
Flick
well,
it.
What a goal,
What a
by
goal,
the
by
way.
the way.
Yeah.
Coming good.
They. The West Ham must be absolutely gutted. It would have been such a big 3 point. I know it's a point.
Still a good point.
Still a good point, but you get it when you get it taken away from you with literally like the last kick of the game. It's a bad one to take for West
By the
Ham
way,
fans.
sell 62,000 as well. Sell out at the London Stadium.
And thing is as well, if you look at
And
like
it was
the
fucking loud. Like
look
fair
at
play
they're
to the
on-
West
they're
Ham
on-
fans.
Well,
fair
look
play.
at their
Momentum now, isn't it?
form compared to other teams, and they're right up there. So they should take a lot of confidence from it still.
Right up there in 18th. You mean?
No, but like if you look at their if you look at their form, which is what I said, if you look at their form, they're like top 10 in the league.
They're right up there.
After,
Come
in
on
the
then,
form
lads.
charts, they'll be like top 10.
Here we go. Here's the question. West Ham, 3 wins in the last 5. Nuno getting the best out of them. Nottingham Forest.
I'm doubling
Vitor
down, mate.
Pereira sacked by Wolves without a win.
Yeah.
Who's staying up?
Staying up.
Who's
I'm
going
doubling
down?
down. I
think-
think West Ham do him, mate. I think Forest going.
By the way, Tottenham, if Tottenham are looking shit, I swear down.
I'm not even going to lie.
I got laughed at for saying that as well.
Yeah, but at the time, it was a deserved laugh.
Saying
West
West Ham
Ham.
and leapfrog Forest.
they are still 3 points
Still
down.
might not.
Nah,
Probably
Can I
won't.
say
I'd worry more
I
for
think
Tottenham.
Spurs. I
Yeah,
think
I
Spurs
honestly
will
think-
genuinely end up in the relegation zone.
Look,
at some point.
they're going through
think-
in the Champions League. They've got more games as well.
I think you're downplaying how bad of an appointment Vitor Pereira is.
He is the
I agree.
worst manager I've seen at Wolves. In
Yeah,
a long
I
time.
agree. I don't
Like
think he's very good at all.
he literally left the worst team ever, and then this is honestly.
What are they doing?
Is there any other job in the world, right, where you can fail so miserably at such a high level
Yeah.
and
Promotion.
still get a job? By the way,
A promotion.
It's
It's a
a promotion.
promotion. Yeah,
How?
yeah.
Can
I ask-
Football
it
management's a
blows
weird
my
career,
mind.
man.
Do Forest fans hate Mr. Marinakis?
No, they love me so
But
much.
they still love him. I understand he's done like everything he's
They
done.
love him
and, like,
because it's
no,
Stockholm syndrome.
I understand everything that they've done, but it does feel like the fourth manager
they
of the
love him.
season.
Yeah.
They absolutely
I love
him.
Mr.
I think
Cameron.
it's
Fourth
really
manager
weird.
of the
Like,
season.
you know, like Premier League managers and managers in general at the moment. Do you think how weird it is? It's just they just take it in turns.
It's always been like that.
merry-go-round,
Like
though, isn't it?
Steve Bruce, Allardyce,
Allardyce, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Mark Hughes,
But the thing is,
Alan
they just-
Pardew. It's always been the same, and it's always blown my mind
Purposely.
how he managed like 2 teams.
But you said it about Tottenham or something like Premier League who's infamous for keeping teams up. They had Dice
Yeah.
there. They had Dice there, and
Oh,
it's,
fuck
look,
off. Spurs
they
can't
did-
go and appoint
No,
Dyche.
I'm on about Forest.
You just said Spurs.
He did say Spurs.
Because I'm saying that's what he said about Spurs. I'm saying Forest have went opposing that. Like they had a manager there who can keep teams up.
yeah,
His
but
Premier
he's
League
been
experience.
failing.
He's been doing better than previous managers. He's going to do better than this manager coming in. Like, who do you think is going to have a better record?
All right, hand
I
on heart.
agree.
Hand on
So
heart.
it's like, what's the thought process?
Hand on
Because
heart.
you're due to Wolves. I understand the shit, but lad, you just
Hand on
survived
heart.
the
That's
season.
32 shots, wasn't it? Was it 32 shots?
Thir-
Heading
oh,
it?
35.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that
it
also
was.
tells you how bad we are, by
Yeah,
the
but
way.
Jose Sarri had his game.
And you could have won it at the end.
At the end, yeah. A very quick one on Nottingham Forest. Vitor Pereira's come in. Next 5 in all comps.
Fenerbahce,
Fenerbahce away.
Liverpool, Forest, Brighton, City.
Is there a chance he doesn't win any of them?
Absolutely.
That Marinakis scores.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what though? I could see them going to Brighton and winning. Thing with Forest, they do have good players.
Yeah.
And
Gibbs
I
White's
know
brilliant.
I do get clouded with shit like I feel like how can a team with Gibbs White and Hudson Odoi and like,
Anderson.
Well, you can look
Elliot Anderson, how can that team go down?
Because they had Amari
Murillo.
Hutchinson taking corners. Did you see that?
You are?
He took 2 corners in 5 minutes. Hutchinson, both of them hit the side net
Who's
in the front
that?
post.
Amari
Amari
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson.
Yeah, I mean, we
I
yeah,
was
he's
like,
shit.
We
that
linked
is
with him if they
disgraceful.
go down for 40 mil.
Who's the third team that goes down?
Forest.
Tottenham.
Spurs.
I'm genuinely.
I think we're about to witness something insane.
I think this is gonna
Spurs
be-
You
go
know,
down.
agree.
genuine question. You know, if they do go down, is there a new team in the Big Six?
No, they'll just come back up and it'll be.
But can you
all
imagine the
divisions.
actual? Like, imagine
Because
Tottenham
Villa
Hotspur go
comes
down.
No, can I say genuinely
Would be crazy, but
Can I
Mate,
say-
good
let's
away
go on
though,
the Premier
Premier
League.
League.
Can I say with Tottenham, with Man United, there was like an obvious
For
fix
you,
that
yeah.
everyone could see, sort of thing, where I don't feel like you can just come into Tottenham and it's going to be an instant fix. And plus, they haven't got a manager who we even know of really coming in.
No,
so if he
but
starts flopping
Tottenham
the first few
have the
games,
play. Tottenham are too good to get out.
yeah,
You know,
I know, but how shit are they? How
am.
shit are
They am.
Who
They
do you
am.
think-
Let me tell you a little side
We'll
called
get to
Nottingham
that.
Forest back in Deer.
What?
Brian Clough and all that.
Right.
They went down, Tom.
You-
Too good to
you
go.
never
They were
choose-
the first to be called too good to go down.
Tom, can I tell you about the fairy tale story of Leicester City?
Is
I
that how
think-
you view Spurs going down?
yeah.
Fairy
What would be
tale
more mad,
story.
Leicester winning the league or Tottenham getting
I
relegated?
now think
That's a tough one. That's a good one.
It's really
with this
close.
appointment, I'll go Forest. No, I still think West Ham will go down.
I don't
it'll be
think West Ham. I'm going to grind it out. They're getting results.
Can Leeds?
I think Leeds will be fine.
There's not much. What's Tottenham fixtures?
Leeds have
Will?
got too much
What's
fight in
Tottenham
them.
fixtures? Well,
I'm really
I can tell
curious.
you. Tottenham have Arsenal, Fulham, Palace, Liverpool, Forest. Fucking 6-pointer against Forest. And
Yeah.
Sunderland away. They got. I'm telling you, if
Wait,
their
so
manager
who are we saying
struggles,
is the 13th go down? I'm going
Spurs.
West Ham.
I think it's
You both
Spurs.
think-
I think
Don't
Spurs are going down.
I think we're
Spurs
going to
are
look
not.
back at this moment and
Spurs are
how
not gonna
crazy
do it.
are these two?
I would-
Imagine they went down.
There is a world where I wouldn't be surprised if they finished like 11.
Go through the fixtures
or
at the
10.
top.
Hey, what can I say? More importantly,
Yeah.
guys, their last 3 fixtures of this, well, last 4 fixtures of the season.
Oh my God.
Villa away,
Yeah, we got
Leeds
me.
at home, Chelsea away, Everton at home.
Look,
Yeah.
Arsenal, they're going to
Yeah,
lose.
games in the Premier League are hard, mate. Yeah.
Arsenal are going to lose. Fulham's a tricky one away. You never know. Palace, you think they'd win. Loss. Forest, that's at 6 point. Yeah. Sunderland hard away.
Imagine, all right, Forest beat Spurs in the middle of March.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
giddy aunt.
I think Spurs. will
Can I
be
say
fine.
as well?
we'll
Can
see on
I
Spurs.
say as well on that? Can I say with Tottenham, they're so not expected to be in this position. So the pressure is going to ramp the more that they don't get this result, and you get towards
I
the
know,
end.
but they
and
do-
like, do you think they have the characters in that team who are
Yeah.
going to crumble or not? I don't really see people who are going to like not crumble
Why?
under that pressure.
What do you mean?
Who?
Like they have Xavi Simmons, who's just going to fucking crumble as soon as the pressure's
Why?
on him.
Okay.
He's been good, lately.
Romero's been crumbling, getting red cards every game. Van der Ven's good.
One
But
red
he's-
card.
but Van der Ven's got his eye on the exit door. I mean,
Right.
once these don't get the result, it's not like they are a West Ham.
Are they?
Yeah, but
I
do you
wonder-
think-
Solanke's been involved with teams
Can
in
I play-
relegation.
do they-
I like Slanky, yeah.
Do
I
you
think he's got it.
let's just go on the basis that both the new Forest manager, obviously Vito Pereira, is poo at the club, and obviously this new Spurs manager Tudor is also bad. Do you not think Spurs have the
Better players.
personnel, regardless of how they're managed, to get out?
Yeah, no, but they
I'll
do.
play
But they've had the
devil's
personnel all
advocate,
season.
Reeve.
They've had it all season, and look where they are.
Yeah, but they've been playing football
Guys,
under Frank.
can I say today, devil's advocate? Obviously, last year, you know, it was well documented that they prioritised the Europa League, right?
Yeah.
This year, are they going to prioritise the Champions League?
No.
So then they have to.
No, because last
Last
year
year
there
they
was
were 10
never
13
any.
points clear.
There was never any
So
serious
they're
threat
gonna-
of them
so are you
going
gonna-
down.
So are we going to see them rest players in the Champions League and prioritise the Premier League?
I think
If it gets bad, yeah, probably.
Do you see what I mean here?
Yeah.
yeah, because last year they were like 13
But Champions
points
League only in
clear.
a couple of weeks. Oh, it's this week.
Who've
No,
they got?
No,
It's
it's the
qualifying this week.
playoffs this week.
A quick one
They're through.
about
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tottenham's new manager. A little bit of info about him. It's the 7th time he's been hired by a club who were worried about relegated. All the 6 previously stayed up.
There you
So
go.
he's got a reputation
Look-
in Italy, particularly, to keep teams up.
I do believe that Spurs are shit and are in a bad position, and I don't think it's crazy to say they're in a relegation battle, but they will be fine. They're too good,
I know, but
genuinely.
imagine.
But you said that about all 3 teams.
No, I haven't.
No, it didn't.
Too big to go down, too good to
No,
go down.
I-
Forest got too good. Like you can't go down with Gibbs White. Hudson
Oh no, I
Odoi,
said,
Elliot
I said
Anderson.
that's more. No. You
Said the
mean,
same about West Ham, Bowen.
I just
I didn't say West Ham.
Castellasolo up front.
I've said West Ham will go down.
I just think in a relegation battle, like momentum is like huge, and like the momentum's currently with West Ham.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
you don't want momentum in February. You want it in April and May.
Well, you take the points wherever you can, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, you're not going to.
So then
they're not
momentum's
going
not important then?
It
It
is
doesn't matter
important.
when you
They've
get the
got
points.
momentum coming into the back end of the season.
Yeah, but they're not gonna carry it on till the end of the season from now, are they?
But
West Ham
you
are
want
crap.
they're coming in with results now, and they're coming into that final
Will
race with
Tottenham
momentum and
Hotspur-
points. They're
Hang
putting
on.
themselves in a better
So
position.
you obviously
of course.
ignoring the fact that you think West Ham will stay up. You've already.
I think so.
alluded to
Yeah, I
that.
think they do.
You think out of a battle between Forest and Spurs are the more likely of the 2 to go down?
It's. I
With
understand. No,
Vitor
no,
Pereira.
This is the
Given
thing.
who they've
Forest
just
beating
appointed.
Spurs.
This is the thing.
Did you watch them against Wolves?
YOLO.
Oh right, nice.
No, like you naturally would favour Forest to go down, but I just think weirdly, I just prefer Forest's team and back them more. I feel like they've
Can I
got
ask you a
bigger
question, Lou?
characters and more people who are more used to this sort of like level of
Who?
football.
Spurs
They've
are
got- well,
shit,
like you
but
said,
they're a
I
better
think
club
having
than-
Elliot Anderson there.
Elliot
Gibbs
Anderson's
White-
never been in a relegation battle in his life.
Yeah, no, but he's not been. It's not used to just fighting at the top. Like he's used to like more.
He's
brutal.
played for Newcastle, then gone to Forest.
played at
and
lower
finished in the
leagues.
top 7. Was in the
Played
top
in
4 most of the season.
He's
What I
played
will
lower
say is
leagues as well.
Nottingham
He
Forest
grinds it
have-
out.
Nottingham Forest have
Elliot
won
Anderson's a top level player.
So,
Not
if
for-
you- do you- which
international player,
team do you think's more equipped for a relegation battle? Do you think Forest or Tottenham?
Spurs, because they've got way better players.
I think Forest more equipped to it.
Should we have a bet? Who finishes higher?
Oh, you should take that bet.
Well, what's the bet?
Out of Spurs and Forest. I'll have £100 that Spurs
I'll
finish
do
higher.
50. I'm
There-
not got that.
Lou,
man.
there's-
Great bet.
with how good Spurs are, there's every chance that they finish.
I know,
like
but the
12th,
thing
11th,
I
10th.
always take into account
No, it's
is
not. They have-
football's
they-
crazy.
There is, man.
Oh, I'll take that bet that they don't
Football's
finish 12th,
crazy.
11th or 10th.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was putting
No,
it out
let's
there
have
as
that bet.
No, I don't believe that they will. But we're talking about a team that's obviously really
let's look at
capable.
last season then. How did they do? 17th, mate.
Yeah,
Look,
but
the problem with
finished the
Spurs,
season
the problem
before
with
this-
Spurs
trophy,
is
mate.
that they haven't won a Premier League football match this year. Forest have, and ultimately, will
right.
Tottenham Hotspur win a Premier League game this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell you
I
what,
mean,
their
they've got
home form
Wolves
is
at
a
some
problem.
point, so that's yes.
yeah.
Their home forms are like a genuine problem.
didn't
It's
last
crazy.
time. You took a point off from last time.
Oh God. What was that 1-1? I
1-1,
can't remember.
wasn't
It's that long ago.
Yeah.
I was there.
That's when Polina took his top off and
Oh, he did.
equalised.
Yes, that we
Mate,
considered
Yeah,
last
there's Ellie
minute
Anderson with
Brighton
loads
as
of
well.
experience in relegation battles.
No, he's more. I didn't say relegation battles. He's played at other levels where you have to brute force it a bit. He's not like a little Javi Simmons who's a little weakling.
The point
But
Lewis
actually,
is trying to make-
Simmons is a top level player.
I feel like there's a big. I think
Spurs
there's
also had experience of staying up last year.
I think there's a way different mentality from a Forest team fighting relegation to Tottenham in terms of the pressure and the expectation. And I feel like that's going to benefit Forest more. And I fancy their players for having more people who are built for it. As I say, I look at that Tottenham team. I like Solanke as a shout. Romero's getting sent off all the time. Van der Ven's looking at a lot of them would be looking to leave. I just like and crazy things happen in football, man. Let's just see.
That's true. Let's see.
Yeah, nice.
Ultimately, you have to look at how the teams are playing. And like
Forest are playing terribly.
So Spurs, they're actually playing worse. Now, guys, that is the end of the Premier League /FA Cup review. Be sure to tune in next week where we discuss more Premier League action.